Hi there, I'm Natasha, Realtor with the Pulse Charleston.
Hi, I'm Gabriella, and I'm a lender with Atlantic Coast Mortgage. So, Natasha, as a buyer's agent and a listing agent, I'm sure you get the question a lot. The market's going to crash. The sky is falling. What is your answer to that when you're talking to buyers and talking to listings?
Sure, great question. And again, this is all about clickbait and headlines, and it's easy to get sucked into things that we read or things on our news feeds. But it's important to look at the data and listen to leading economists that are not driven by emotion.
Yep.
So most people have a ton of equity in their homes.
Yeah.
So back in 2008, 9, 10, when we had this massive collapse of the housing market, they didn't have equity in their homes. So it was really easy for them to walk away when the banks collapsed and homes got foreclosed on.
Yeah.
So people aren't willing to walk away, and they have more leverage, right? Because home values have gone up. People have consistently paid down their mortgages.
Yep.
So it's a healthy housing economy.
Yep.
And in that time, we had a ton of supply, meaning there were millions of homes on the market. Now, the reverse is true. We have a ton of demand and not enough homes to meet that supply. Not enough homes to meet that demand.
Right.
So because of that, it's almost like the opposite market of what we saw in 2008, 9, 10. So it's good to talk to a professional and also find sources that are more credible so that we can talk about today's landscape, which is completely different. And we're not even comparing apples to apples when we're talking about that time in our history.
Yeah. And I'm sure when you are on the listing side, people are worried about that new big mortgage payment that they're going to have when, they have a lower rate now. I mean, what's your solution to them?
Yes. So I think it's important to look at your entire debt picture and your entire financial portfolio. And that's where working with professionals is so important, because we can help you understand what your overall ecosystem looks like financially, and figure out, maybe with a partner like you, how can we move money around to where, okay, we're going to take on a bigger mortgage for a shorter term, but what can we do with some of these other things that we have? So maybe you can speak a little bit to that.
Yeah, I think that's perfect. You would take, so let's say you have a car payment that's $800 a month, right? Let's pay that off with the equity that you're getting in selling your home. That way you can make room for that bigger mortgage payment.
Yep.
You could also look at paying down student loans, credit cards, or alternatively rent that house out, because you have such a great interest rate and a lower payment. Your return on that investment is so much more. The income that you receive on that rented property can help offset that new mortgage payment.
Yep, that's a great idea. I think if people can hold on to their current home and use it as an asset and an income producing asset to help with the next home purchase, I think that's great. Side note, when we talk about paying off debt, I think it's so important to talk to a real estate professional, but more importantly, a lending professional, because I oftentimes will meet buyers that start to pay stuff off before talking to anyone. And it's so important, before you make any changes to your debt, opening a credit card, closing a credit card, paying things off, to talk to someone first to make sure that that's the right choice before you start to go through the loan process. So just an important side note there.
Amen, sister.
Finally, what is your number one piece of advice for buyers today?
I have so much advice, but I would say the constant theme is, let's get you pre-approved, because you want to be set up for success. I can't tell you how many times I talk to buyers and they think they're not ready to buy a home when they really are. They're in a good financial position, or the opposite. Maybe there's things that we have to work on that you're not even on your radar. So the sooner you can get pre-approved, even if it's a year ahead of time, the better. And right now we have a soft credit pull vendor that we've just launched. So it's no longer a hard inquiry on your credit when you do an application, which was people's main drawback, right? They didn't want a hard inquiry, so they didn't want to do an application. So now we've introduced the soft pull vendor, and it's identical to if it was a hard pull. So we shouldn't see any, differences between hard and soft down the road. But yeah, let's get you pre-approved. Let's see where you are at financially on an official level, and help you get you set up for success to purchase from there.
Awesome.
How about you? What is your biggest piece of advice for buyers today?
It doesn't change, and it's always do what's right for your family today.
Yeah.
We know what today's market looks like.
Yeah.
We have no idea what tomorrow's market looks like.
Right.
We can venture to guess and forecast.
Right.
But we know what today looks like. I hate when people live in regret, and I hear every day in my job, oh, I wish I would have bought then. I wish I would have snagged this cute condo. I wish.
Mm-hmm.
A home purchase is not a 50-year event. Most people are going to stay in their home maybe 5 years.
Yep.
So do what's right for your family today. Did you just have a baby and you need more space?
Right.
Are you getting divorced and you want to get into a smaller space?
Right.
Are you considering an investment property?
Yep.
Don't wait.
Yeah.
I hate hearing people living in regret when prices have gone up so drastically. And they're going to continue to do that. So,
but we're going to hear that years from now, because even though we're going to give you all this advice,
talking to you
2 years from now, oh, I wish I bought when rates are high so that I didn't have to compete.
Right.
We're going to hear it.
Right. We will, but maybe we can save a few. And
we can save a few.
Get them under contract. So.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. We love sharing this advice. And like Natasha said many times, talk to a professional so that we can get you set up to purchase a home.
Yeah. Thanks so much. Appreciate it, Gabby.
Yeah. Thank you.